Inside the Secretariat building of the largest conglomerate in Korea, a group known as the S Group is preparing for the arrival of one of its important members. Our MC, Cha Seojin, makes preparations with his boss, Lee Jia, to properly welcome their incoming boss. Minutes later, the said person, Lee Yuri, arrives at the building. As she steps into the building, all of the staff members bow their heads to welcome her. She believes the theatrics are too much and suggests that they all raise their heads. However, the staff members know better. There have been reports of workers getting fired just because they made the young lady angry. As she walks past our MC, she asks him about a certain task that she gave him earlier. The moment she hears that Cha hasn't sorted the task, she gets angry at him and blasts him. He apologizes to the young lady as she angrily walks away. Everyone knows not to get on Lee Yuri's nerves because she acts like a freaking queen in the office. Apparently, S Group's secretarial organization is divided into parts. One part serves the chairman, while the second part is meant for the wives. However, most of the wives rarely come to the office. Lee Yuri is the wife of the chairman's son, which is why she acts like a freaking goddess all the time. The staff members working for the wives have only one purpose, and this is serving the wives. Whatever the wives want, they make it happen. The staff members help to shop and buy out the most expensive stuff in town, and in return, all they get from Yuri is nothing but insults. Later that day, Lee Jia asks Cha if there is any issue between him and Yuri, because she is exceptionally hard on the guy. Cha, being a gentleman, tells her that there is nothing of significance. However, Cha actually knows why the young lady is being hard on him. There was an incident that happened between the two, and they have been keeping it under wraps. In a twist of things, it seems Cha is related to the owner of another conglomerate group, the Taesin Group.